I'm 32, just a regular guy with a good logistics job. My dad passed 5 years back. We weren't a big, I love you family, but he was a solid dad. He left me one thing, his '80s steel Rolex. It's got a scratch on it from when he fell building our deck. He wore it every day. It's the only thing of his I ever really wanted. My girlfriend of 2 years moved in about 6 months ago. She was always stressed about her student loans. So I picked up most of the bills. I thought, I'm being a good partner, helping her get ahead. I was in a mind-numbing budget meeting at work when my phone buzzed. It was from her. I pawned your Rolex to pay for my student loan payment. You can buy another one. I read that text 5 times. You can buy another one. That part just sucked the air out of my lungs. She knew what that watch meant. It wasn't just a thing. It was my dad. And she just didn't care. I just stood up, walked out of the meeting, didn't say a word. I went to my bank safe, got the original box, the warranty papers, and the appraisal from 5 years ago. The serial number was right there. Then I went to the police. I sat across from a detective and showed him the papers. I showed him the text. He looked at the text. You can buy another one. He just sighed. Grand theft, a felony. With the text as admission and the serial number. This is easy. We'll find it. I went home. The apartment was empty. The spot on my dresser where the watch box lived was like a crater. I just waited. She walked in around 7, holding takeout. All smiles. Hey, you're home early. I saw your text, I said. The smile just fell off her face. Oh, look, I know you're mad, but my payment was late. They were going to default. It was an emergency. It's just a thing. We're a team. We're supposed to help each other. You stole from me. I didn't steal it, she yelled, throwing her keys down. I use an asset. Our asset. I'll get it back. Eventually. You make good money. Just go buy another one. There was again. She really believed that. No, I said. The police will be getting it back. Her face went from annoyed to sheet white. What did you do? I filed a police report. You called the cops? On me? Your girlfriend? You're going to ruin my life over a stupid watch. You ruined your own, I said, and walked into the bedroom and locked the door. I heard her screaming, throwing things. Then she started bawling the, "How could you do this to me?" tears. I put in earbuds. An hour later, she slammed the front door and left. 2 days passed. Then her mother called me. No, hello. She told me what you did, she hissed. She told you she stole my watch. She told me you're pressing charges. She made a mistake. She's a good girl. We will pay you back for it. Just drop the charges. Be a man. No, I said and hung up. Then, Saturday night, my ex texted me. Are you still being a child? I'm at my mom's birthday dinner at the Bella. I'll come by after so we can actually talk about this. She still thinks she's in charge. She still thinks she's a victim. I replied, thanks for letting me know. Then I forwarded the text with the restaurant's name to the detective. I turned my phone off, ordered a pizza, and watched the game. Around 9, I turned it back on. It was a complete nuclear meltdown. 22 missed calls. From her mother, her father, her sister. The voicemails were something else. First was her sister. They're arresting her at my mom's birthday. What is wrong with you, you psycho? The whole restaurant is staring. Mom is crying. Click. Next was her father. Son, I don't know what kind of game you're playing, but you need to call this off. You're destroying this family. You fix this. Now. Click. Next was her mother just screaming. You monster. You planned this. To humiliate us. My baby is in handcuffs. You'll pay for this. Click. It was satisfying, but here's the thing. They weren't mad that she stole. They were mad that she got caught in public. They were mad that I broke the social rule of we pretend this didn't happen. But something was bugging me. The detective said they found the watch. She'd gotten $3,000 for it. Her student loan payment was only like $400. Why $3,000? She'd been using my laptop for the last 6 months because hers was broken. I'd never looked through her stuff, but she stole my father's watch. All bets were off. I opened her email. I searched student loan. Her account was perfectly current, not late, not in default. The whole student loan story was a complete lie. So, where did the $3,000 go? I opened her Venmo. It was right there. 2 days ago, a $3,000 payment to some guy I didn't know. The memo was just one word: rent. I clicked his profile. I searched his name on social media. His profile pic? Him and her, kissing. The photo was 3 weeks old. I went back to her email. I searched his name. The rabbit hole was a canyon. Emails going back months. My landlord's going to evict me. My car broke down. I need help, babe. And her replies: he'll never notice. He's at work all day. I'll just use his card. He's so obsessed with his dead dad stuff. He's totally blind. I'll get the money, don't worry. Just hold on for me. She wasn't paying student loans. She was funding her ex-boyfriend, the one she told me was just a friend. She had been siphoning money from me for months. All the groceries on my card, his bar tabs, the Ubers to his apartment. The watch wasn't an act of desperation. It was an act of impatience. She needed a big chunk of cash fast for her side piece. I started a spreadsheet. I titled it Fraud. I went through 6 months of my credit card statements. By the time her father's truck pulled up, I had a grand total. She and her ex had stolen $18,450 from me before the watch. I packed all her junk in trash bags and put them on the porch. I had a police officer there for a civil standby. She and her father loaded up in dead silence. She wouldn't even look at me. Her family's next move was pure entitlement. I was served with papers for a restraining order. She claimed I was unstable and vindictive, that she was in fear for her life. It was a classic, dirty trick to try and paint me as the abuser and get me kicked out of my own condo so she could move back in. We went to the hearing. Her family was all there in the front row, looking grim. She was on the stand, full-on waterworks. He just flew into a rage. I'm so scared of him. My lawyer stood up for cross-examination. So you're terrified of him? Yes, terribly. Is that why, 2 days after he flew into a rage, you texted him inviting him to join you at your mother's birthday dinner? The judge looked up from his papers. Her lawyer objected. The judge waved him off. My lawyer continued. Is it your testimony that he is violent? Or is it that you were arrested for felony theft at that dinner and you're angry about it? She just sputtered. The judge dismissed the restraining order so fast it made her head spin. He looked right at her and said, Ma'am, you are lucky you aren't being charged with perjury. Do not waste this court's time again. Her mother shot me a look of pure hatred. The criminal case was a slam dunk. The text, the pawn shop footage, the venoms, the emails to her ex. It was all there. They offered her a plea deal. Plead guilty to felony, pay restitution for the watch, and get 3 years of probation. Her family, high on their own supply of entitlement, told her to reject it. They hired some hotshot private lawyer who told them he could get it dismissed. They tried to paint me as a scorned lover. They tried to say the text was a joke. The jury saw right through it. Guilty. At the sentencing, her mother gave a tearful speech about her daughter's bright future and how this one mistake over stressful student loans shouldn't define her. The DA stood up. Your Honor, the defendant's student loans are current. She was not under stress. She was, in fact, funding her ex-boyfriend's lifestyle by defrauding the victim. This wasn't a mistake. It was a pattern of calculated theft that culminated in her stealing a priceless family heirloom. She has shown zero remorse. The judge agreed. He sentenced her to 5 years of probation, 500 hours of community service, and the felony conviction was final. And he hit her with a criminal restitution order for the full appraised value of the watch, $20,000. This is a judgment. She owes this, period. But for me, that wasn't a revenge. That was just justice for the watch. The main course was a civil suit. I filed a lawsuit against her and her ex-boyfriend for fraud, conversion, and unjust enrichment. The total? The $18,450 she'd siphoned, plus legal fees. This is where it gets good. Discovery. My lawyer got to subpoena everything. Not just her emails, which I already had, but the text between her and her ex. We all sat in a big, quiet conference room for the deposition. Her ex sweating, her parents paying for her lawyer again, my lawyer and me. My lawyer spent a few minutes confirming names. Then she dropped a huge stack of printed texts on the table. My client has alleged a pattern of fraud. My lawyer began. I'd like to read a few text messages into the record. March 12th, from your phone to his. He's in a meeting. Just grabbed his Amex. What do you need? Objection, her lawyer said. It's discovery. It's admissible. My lawyer smiled. She kept reading. Next text. Him to her. That place I like. Get the steak. And a bottle of that whiskey. Next. Her to him. Done. He'll just think it's groceries. He's so dumb. I wasn't watching my ex. I was watching her mother. Her face had gone perfectly, impossibly white. Her mouth was a small O. She was staring at her daughter, but it was a look I hadn't seen before. It was a dawning, horrific realization that her good girl wasn't just a girl who made a mistake. Her good girl was a stone-cold sociopath. She had been lying to everyone. My lawyer kept going. And now, the text planning the theft of the watch. Her to him. I'm working on it. I have an idea. It's a big one. His dad's watch. He never wears it. Him to her. Isn't that risky? Her to him. What's he going to do? Yell at me? He'll get over it. He's wrapped around my finger. Her ex-boyfriend looked like he was going to be sick. My lawyer finished reading. So, my client already has a $20,000 criminal judgment against your daughter for the watch, which she will be paying one way or another. We are here today for the separate matter of the $18,450 in fraud. We are also seeking punitive damages and my legal fees. Our offer to settle the civil suit right now, before we take this to the jury, is $30,000. Her lawyer just looked at her parents. They knew they were trapped. A jury would eat them alive after hearing those texts. Her dad, his hand shaking, wrote me a check for $30,000. They were already on the hook for the $20,000 to the court, and now this. I had not only bankrupted them, I had destroyed their entire image of their perfect child. A week later, I got a call. My dad's watch was being released from evidence. I drove down and signed for it. It has a new scratch on the crystal now, from the pawn shop. My dad's scratch was from building a home. This new one is from tearing a fake one down. I put the $30,000 from the settlement straight into my retirement account. Her felony conviction is public record. Her ex-boyfriend, last I heard, is back to living in his mom's basement.